Good afternoon, world. It's 3:53 p.m. I just got back from work. I got paid today. I got paid $840. So I'm making good money working at Coco Fruity, and I'm off tomorrow, so I'm so happy I don't have to work. I worked 4 days in a row: Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. I got $840, but they told me, Ivan, we're gonna freeze all your checks. So you can only spend $200 till next Friday. Obviously. Then Friday my check unfreezes next Friday midnight, and I'll have $640 to spend. But I'm putting 200 in my savings, so I'll have like 700 in my savings. And then what? I'm gonna get my hair done. It'll probably cost me maybe $140 to get my hair done. So I'll have like $270, $290 to spend for like a week, which is enough. I just can't get food much like I did last time. I've been getting food every day for the past like 6 days. Yesterday I had shawarma. Today I'm gonna eat food at home to save money. I'm gonna eat food at home to save money. Because I only have 200 to spend until next Friday. There. The chick didn't work today, man. I was a bit pissed off she didn't work. She came by work today. I saw her today. She came by work to talk to the manager. She came by work to talk to the manager, and I saw her in her street clothes. She actually looked hot. She looked hot, and she came in her street clothes. Holy shit! The first time I saw her in her street clothes, she actually looked hot. And I don't know what she was talking to the manager about, but she came by for like 5 minutes, 6 minutes to talk to the manager. I don't know what she's talking about. Maybe she wanted more shifts. She's like, I need more shifts because she's not getting enough shifts at Coco Fruity, obviously. She usually works Fridays, but today she didn't work. Today she didn't work. Today she didn't work. Today she didn't work. Today she did not work. She came by. I saw her in the street clothes. She looked hot, man. She came by. She looked hot in her street clothes. You know, that's why I keep saying, if I end up dating this chick, me and her are gonna make a good couple, man. A lot of people are gonna be staring because we're gonna make a good couple. She's not Victoria Justice, but she's hot, obviously. Like if Victoria Justice worked at Coco Fruity and I didn't know who she was, and the other chick worked there, I'd be more interested in Vija, obviously. But I'd probably like her a little bit too. But I end up going for Victoria Justice. Her Justice is harder than the chick, obviously. But the chick is hot. She's a hot chick, Sarah. She's a hot chick, obviously. When are you gonna ask her? 2 Fridays from now, I'm gonna ask her, guys. The countdown's ticking. If she works Friday, if she doesn't work 2 Fridays from now, then I'm gonna have to wait until she works Friday to ask her. Because I only see her once a week when I work. Because she works Saturdays, but I don't work Saturdays anymore. I'm off Saturdays. Sunday I work. Obviously, but Sundays you have no time to talk to them because it's fucking busy as fuck on Sundays. from Sarah. Fridays you have time to talk to her because it's not as busy. Today was pretty busy, but like you have time to talk to them on Friday, to the people on Fridays. From Sarah. You have time to talk to them, Samsara. You have time to talk to them. Samsara. Hope you guys enjoyed my video I made yesterday. I talked about the drama I went through in my high school years. Yeah. I could talk a little bit more about what happened in high school. There's some stuff I don't remember, but there was more drama that happened in high school. With women also, but I don't really remember. A lot of drama happened when I was in school. Yeah. Yeah, I told you the story when I was in grade 6. The class that I was in was the worst class in the school. It was so bad that the teacher got fired after like 2 months. At the beginning of the year, they fired him. Like he actually went to the principal's office and the principal fired him. He took his things and he left. I remember he was on his final day, and he left because our class was so bad. I'm not kidding around. That happened, man. In grade 6, the class that I was in was the worst class in the school. It was such a dysfunctional class. It was so bad that even like the kids at the time, because we're all kids back then, we're like 12, 11 years old kids, they were swearing in class. Like they were actually swearing in class, like when the teacher was saying how bad it was. And the teacher got fired. He either quit or he got fired. I think he quit. Yeah, he quit. I think he quit. It was so bad he quit, I believe. I don't remember. He either got fired or he quit. Because our class was so bad. He's I can't do this anymore, and he quit. And they brought in another teacher who was a bitch, who hated my guts. They brought in another teacher who was a bitch. She was a bitch. And she hated me, you know what I'm saying? She hated my guts, yeah. She always picked on me. She always yelled at me. She always picked on me. She always yelled at me. One time she yelled at me so bad I cried. Because she yelled at me in the hallway in front of the whole class. She yelled at me like so harsh. You know what I'm saying? I remember I cried. I remember my so-called best friend. He was in my class, obviously. He's like, Ivan, are you okay? He's like, holy shit, man, she was harsh on you, man. Are you okay, Ivan? Some woman came up to me, Ivan, are you okay? They felt bad for me because the way she yelled at me was she went way overboard. For me accidentally spitting on the ground, she started yelling at me. She started yelling at me. Samsara. She started yelling at me. She's like, clean it up. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Well, I remember I laughed and I accidentally spat on the ground, and she came in. She's like, how dare you spit on the ground? I'm like, it was an accident. I didn't mean to do. I didn't do it on purpose. She's like, get the thing, clean it up. You know what I'm saying? She's just yelling at me, and I'm like, holy shit, this chick's crazy, you know what I'm saying? And I went outside, oh, he's like, you're a filthy, filthy, I remember that. She's like, you're a filthy, filthy, filthy human being. How dare you spit on the ground? You're a filthy human being. I'm like, it was an accident. She's like, I don't care. You're a filthy, filthy, filthy human being. You know, and then she yelled at me so bad. This is the end of the grade 6, obviously. I remember I cried. She yelled at a 12-year-old, you only yell at a 12-year-old fucking kid. You want to yell at a what? At a 12-year-old kid. Sincere. She was fucking evil at you. She was a bitch, man. Yeah. And I heard after grade 6, she never came back to Elm Elementary. The school I went to was Elm Elementary. She never came back. They hired her to be the replacement teacher, but she didn't want to come back to teach in Elm Elementary. So she didn't come back, I heard, after grade 6. She didn't come back to elementary. I think I saw her one time when I was in grade 10, I think. I think I saw her one time. I remember one time, I think, when I went to a New Year's Eve party. You guys all remember that video. Remember the video? I got tagged in the video in 2008 on my Facebook. And it shows, did you see this party? That was that. Yeah, I went to that party, obviously. And that was the day I think I saw the teacher. I think she was going home. She was going to some man's apartment or something like that. Maybe they were dating, I don't know. I think I saw the teacher there. I saw the teacher there, I think. That was, I think, the day I saw her. Yeah. She's like in her 50s now, because she was like 33 back then. I remember she told the class, I'm 33. This is back in 04, which means she's yeah. She's in her 50s now. Was she hot? She was not bad. She was a pretty hot teacher, but she was a bitch, man. She was evil, man. She picked on me. She hated on me all the time. Yeah, man. She was an evil teacher. Yeah. Yeah. Obviously, she had a big ass, a pretty big ass. Obviously, that's the one thing I remember about her. She had this big ass. Everyone she came, everyone's like, "Oh my god, she's pretty hot." She was pretty. She was a pretty attractive chick. Like, she's not my type, but she was a pretty attractive chick, obviously. But she was mean, and she was a mean person, and she didn't like me at all. She kept picking on me all the time, Sarah. And because of her, they put me in retard class in grade 7. I went to retard class in grade 7. I told you my story. Retard class is like special class in grade 7. I wasn't in the regular program in grade 7. I was in retard class, obviously. And then my step parents, they sent me to Ottawa to do the regular program in grade 8. But yeah, Ivan, the only way you can get back to doing the regular program is if you go to school in a different province. I end up going to Ottawa. And that's where I went to York, which is a school downtown Ottawa. I did the regular program and I passed all my classes. Not the greatest marks, but I got like my 60s. I still passed. That's how you know I was smart enough for the regular program. That teacher just was stupid. She put me in retard class. Yeah, put Ivan in a class for retards. And I ended up passing grade 8. I went to Lisgar in grade 9 with all those guys who I went to York with in grade 9. First semester I did good at Lisgar. I passed all my classes. Second semester I failed Like what? I failed a good chunk of my classes. You do 4 courses a semester in Ottawa. First semester, I passed all my 4 courses. Second semester, I think I only passed one. And I ended up failing 3 of them. I failed grade 9 French, science, and math, if I remember. I also failed grade 9 computers. Yeah, I failed a good chunk of classes, but because at Darcy I didn't do computers, it didn't affect my me when I went to Darcy. Obviously, when I went to summer school and I passed science and I passed math, obviously I passed science and I passed math. And that's where I met the good looking guy who was a stud in high school. He had like 4 girlfriends in high school. He had 3, I think, and he flinged with some chick for maybe like a couple weeks. He flinged with a chick. His 4th girlfriend was a chick that that dated that black guy I told you about, who was like best friends with the chick who was arguably the hot chick at Darcy. That good looking guy's first girlfriend's cousin, yeah, he ended up dating her towards the end of grade 11, and he took her to prom. That was his prom date. That chick was hot too. She's an attractive chick too, also, Sarah. Sarah? Sarah? Yeah. Yeah, all the crazy stories I told you, I already told you what happened when I was in high school. I told you all the crazy stories. All the story, like all the crazy stories, I told you guys all the stories. There's some other drama that happened, but like, oh yeah, my so-called best friend who dated that mulatto chick, when they broke up, they ended up hating each other and they argued and everything. Like when I mean like argued, I remember one time we were in class and my so-called best friend called her a bitch, and she's like, "Shut the fuck up!" And I'm saying they hate each other after they broke up. Obviously, I knew that the relationship wasn't gonna last long because I remember him and her, they kept arguing. Like in gym class, they were arguing. He's like, "I'm thinking of dumping this bitch." They kept arguing, yeah, and it didn't work out, man. They only dated for like 2 months, and they broke up, obviously. Yeah, and that guy ended up dating another chick in grade 11, who was arguably hotter than the mulatto chick. She was a younger sister of my so-called best friend's older brother's girlfriend, who's now his wife, and they have kids together, I believe. They have like I think 3, 4 kids together. Yeah. Sarah? Yeah. Yeah, today I puked, man. Yesterday I puked. I puked today because I drank 12 beers again. I'm never drinking 12 beers again, man. That's what made me puke. I'm not going to drink 12 beers ever again. Too much. I puked before I went to work today. And I puked before I went to bed today. I went to bed around 2. And I puked. And so I'm never drinking a lot of alcohol ever again. Some Sarah? Some Sarah? Yeah. Ivan, what was the craziest story out of all what happened? Probably the beer bottle. At prom, I got smashed in with a beer bottle. And the story with the one chick. I'm not kidding around. This happened. The one chick I liked, obviously, when I went to that house party, she literally fucked the guy in the house, man, while I was sleeping. They fucked in the room. I know they fucked because I saw they slept in the same bed. And I saw hickeys on her neck. The only way you can get hickeys is if you're turned on. They obviously fucked. Obviously, they had sex. I'm saying, yeah, they fucked. Obviously, they fucked. I really that happened. Yeah, they fucked in the house, man. And she was only like what? She was only like what, like 15 back then. She was 15 years old. The other guy was like 18 back then. And they fucked in the house. Yeah, man. They fucked in the house. Yeah. So Sarah. Yeah. Did you get over the chick? Yeah, I got over her after like 2.5 weeks. After that when I went to the dance, obviously, and I'm like, screw this chick. You know what I'm saying, that like after a week, I got over her, and I was more interested in the other blonde chick who I liked a lot in high school. So Sarah. Samsara? Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, so she what? Yeah, I remember when I went to the dance obviously. She came to the dance with my so called best friend's older brother. And they were she was grinding dirty with him. And I was just standing there watching. She never even said sorry one time for what she did, man. Fucking another man. And I said sorry to her for smacking her ass. And she expecting me to just like go for her like that. I'm like, yeah, fuck this bitch. You know what I'm saying? I took the Spanish chick and I grinded her with her. Did the Applebaum Jean song right. And then what? And then what? And then what? And I danced to a slow song. And then she kissed me on the cheeks. She was like, mwah. It was so random. She just kissed me on the cheek. I'm like, why are you kissing me on the cheek? I'm saying, and I don't know why she did that because she was interested in me. Obviously, I'm why. Don't hate me. I'm saying I'm why. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, that's why she kissed me on the cheeks. Obviously, yeah, right in front of the chick too. And everyone else grinding with her, she was just standing there staring at me while I was grinding with her. She was doing the exact thing that I was doing earlier when she was grinding dirty with my so-called best friend's older brother. I saw her just standing there. She's like staring, and she was a bit jealous because she oh my god, is Ivan done with me? Yeah, I'm done with you. Yeah, I'm like, yeah, I'm done with you. I remember she was trying to get me jealous, and she blow kissed the other guy, obviously. And I didn't really show interest, and I'm like, yeah, I'm done with this. She's a bitch. And I guarantee you, her best friend, who was my so-called best friend's girlfriend, I guarantee you, she told her, yeah, it's your fault. Like, even though Ivan was drunk, he smacked her ass, you didn't have to fuck the other guy. You never even apologized or said sorry to Ivan. And he said sorry to you many times. I told him, like, you have to choose. It's either me or him. He's like, I can't. It's tough. I can't choose between the two. Sarah. And she pretty much ended up choosing the other guy over me. And they had a fling. They flinged. They were hooking up, and then they had makeout sessions, obviously. They hung out, man. So Sarah, and she liked the guy. But after that, they ended it. It didn't work out, obviously. Because the other guy also had a girlfriend, but they were on break. Sarah. Yeah. Holy shit, I have a crazy story. Yeah. I'm not kidding around. The chick I liked, she fucked another man. Like in the same house that I was sleeping in, and then in another room they fucked. I remember I woke up in the morning. It was like when I passed out on the couch, obviously in the living room, and I slept obviously. I remember I just passed out. I remember I woke up, obviously, and then I took a shower. And then I slowly opened the door, the door in one of the rooms, and I saw her sleeping in the same bed as my old as my so-called best friend's older brother. which means they made out that night. And I remember I saw her; she had hickeys on her neck, and I'm like, yeah, they fucked. Yeah, they fucked, obviously. And I was sad. I was really, really sad. You know what I'm saying? I remember like everyone woke up, obviously. It was me, my so-called best friend, his older brother, the chick I liked, his girlfriend, and like other people, right? And now what? I sat down. I sat down in the living room. They were all like staring at me because I was very sad. They knew, yeah, this chick fucked what, the other guy, and I was just sitting down and I was listening to music for like an hour, 2 hours, and I was sad. And I was listening to music. Ivan, are you okay? I'm like, no, I'm fine. You know, and I still gave her a chance. That's how you know I'm a good man. I still gave the chick a chance, and she fucked things up. She kept singing behind my back, and flirting with him, making out and fucking him, obviously. I'll tell you one story. I remember when I went to Tim Hortons, I think I hung out with my pretty good so-called friend who had the rich grandparents. I remember. We got drunk. We went to Timmy's. It was me and him and I think another guy. And I saw the chick there. She came with my so-called best friend and her best friend, which is my so-called best friend's girlfriend. And she was also with my so-called best friend's older brother. And I was drunk, obviously. I'm like, hi. She said, hi, Ivan. And then, I'm sorry. And I gave her a hug. You know what I'm saying? And I kept kissing her on the cheek, like, I don't know, like 8 times. Ivan, did she tell you to get off? No, she just stood there. I think she enjoyed me kissing her on the cheek. She just like, get him off. Well, she didn't resist me or something like that. She let me kiss her like 8, 9 times on the check. Yeah. So I got her.